well of sorrows.
So Mithal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
That's something.
大したもの
I want them dead before the master arrives.
Kaltora Virethan.
I will swim if I must. The well demands a vessel.
すごいやらエルフの人たちめちゃくちゃやられてる。ちょっと
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now, or not at all.
話し合う必要がある。それには少し遠い。遅い。あなたは騙されて話し合う必要。
No, Calpurnia. We have things to discuss.
True. I did not think you so civilized. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The well of sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the fade without the anchor. That is what the well of sorrows will give Corypheus.
悲劇的な結末を迎えるとどうしてお前が器なんだ。
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
何この二択。始末した方がいいな。彼は支配するつもりだぞ。
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
綺麗。
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
あ、そうだよね。この人の師匠のなんか
How could you
あれあ
know?
ったよね。
And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises and everyone a lie. Then he discaverned Vass. He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
お、これ味方になるんじゃない？なんないかな。テビンターのためにこれではテビンターを再建するんだ。
Perhaps Tevinter does need a
な
strong
んで
leader.
低下すんのみんな。
Be that woman while you can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
The Inquisitor is showing you great mercy, mage. Do not waste it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me. Abelas!
かっこいいんだけど、アベラス。
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the
確か
undeserving.
にその考えもあるよね。
You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
手を引きモリガン、その泉必要。カルパーニャはいない、もういい。
Corypheus needed Calpurnia to use the well. Without her, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to
なる
use
ほど
it?
ね。
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this.
綺麗な泉だね。
All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
これもうあれじゃん。泉を私たちに渡せの選択肢しかないよ。では永遠に隠し続けるのか。
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
そうだよね。それはす
You
ごい
have
答え
shown
るんだ
respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
助けになるなら、許してもらえるなら。代償はどうなる？いや、どうしようかな。許してもらえるなら。
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
めちゃくちゃ侮辱する
Bound
じゃん。
as we are bound. The choice is yours.
任務終了か調べる。ミサールはどうなった？
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple.
ああ、
Yet the
なるほどね
Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
どこ行くつもり？
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shamlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
コリフィウスと一緒に戦いませんか？
You could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves long ago.
Malas amalin nahalam abalas.
それ何語？ねえ、ああ、言っちゃった。めちゃくちゃなんか、てか
His
全員
name
死んじゃったのかな？
Abalas means sorrow. I
あ、そ
said,
うなんだ。
I hoped he finds a new name.
なんか悲しい物語だな。あ、
You'll note the intact Illuvian.
出
I
た
was
エル
correct
ビア
on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
ちょっと待って。モリガンさん飲もうとしてない？気をつけろ。よくない。下がるんだ、今すぐ。
Don't go any closer, Morrigan.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
仲間割れ。
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
もう誰も使うべきではないのか。どうしてあなたを信用できる？そんなこと言っちゃう？あなただけは。
You alone. This is my heritage.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
私自身だ。ソラス、いや、もう私しかいない気がする。
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
対象はどうなの？
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
何？モリガンが飲む一択なの？私が飲むものだと思ってたけどな。どうしよっかな。本当にこれが欲しいのか。信用できるって言いたくないな、仲間に。これかな。
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
あ、このね、オレンジのピンが出てくると本当の選択肢なんだよね。これが重要な選択肢だよ、みたいな。他のみんなの意見を聞こうじゃん。
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
Any chance this well could help us against Corypheus? I say you take it.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
これ何？これ。このなんか、このマーク何なの？泉谷。
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
あ、ちょっと待って。あ、そっか。全然選択肢見てなかったけど。そうか。ちょっと待って。いやー、マジか。そっか。私が使えるのか。どうしようかな。まあ、確かに。正常な。どうしよう。私が使えるってよ。エルフだからエルフが使った方が。いや、どうなんだろうな。まあでもモリガンの方が知識多いし、なんか物語的にもモリガンっぽいけど。わかった。モリガンさんに飲んでもらおう。
It's yours.
ハイアンブルの交換っていうか。ビビエンヌめちゃくちゃ低下しちゃったじゃん。マジか。いいとこまで行ってたんだけどな、ビビエンヌとか。おお。どうしようこれで敵になったら。
Are you alright?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
やばくない？何？あ、出たコリーフィウス。いつ見ても気持ち悪いんだよな。え、ここで対決なの？なんでしかも私めちゃくちゃ光ってんの？何この人？誰？え
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished. If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
自信ありげだな。
Meaning he will attack us directly at Skyhold.
Not necessarily. But neither will he remain idle.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
彼でも殺されることはある。
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
ハリーポッターの世界じゃない？ハリーポッター見た人いますか？なんだっけ、ボルデモート教の話あったじゃんね。こういうのいろんな、なんだっけ、ブローチとかに自分のなんかやつを宿してってみたいな。ハリーにもいたし、ナギニちゃんのでかいヘビもあったしみたいな。苦しねだもんね、それ壊すたんびに。あ、ごめんなさい、見てない人いたらごめんなさい。普通にネタバレしちゃったけどなるほどね、面白いね、それは。その間ならね、それだけなのか。彼が阻止するだろう。
Corypheus won't just stand by and let us kill his dragon.
Of course not. Yet you must do it, even so. There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
まだまだ続きますね。
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
はい。いかがでしたでしょうか。 いや、意外とあれだね、泉、ごめんね。全然戦ってないわ、今回。いや、だって、よくわかんなかったんだもん。戦えたんだろうけどね。なんか、どうなっていくのかな。なんかまた多分、いろいろ、なんだろう、サブクエやっていかないと多分次に進めない気がするんだよね。わあ、久しぶりになんか帰ってきたわ、スカイフォールド。自分が飲んでたらどうなってたんだろう。意外と自分が飲むっていう選択肢にしても実は飲めなかったみたいな感じになってモリガンが結局飲むとかになるのかな。よくわかんないけどね。中庭ってどうやって行くんでしたっけね。いまいち地形がこっちか、こっち通っていけばいいのかな。違うな、これ地下に行っちゃう。生き方を忘れたよ。これ鍛冶屋だ。広いんよな、本当に。上から行ってどうにかなったっけ。あれてか、あれ使いたいな。あったっけな、あれ。高速移動で、これ中庭？よいしょ、ここだ。
Oh, suddenly, it all makes sense. I now understand the nuance behind elven words. The ancient lore reveals patterns I would never have suspected. 'Tis exhilarating, the rush of images, truth dangling just out of reach.
めちゃくちゃ主人公のきょとんとした顔ね。助けになれてよかった。それはいいことじゃないか。というとって聞こう。
Tell me more.
Take the Alluvians. It was always assumed their use was lost after the Tevinter conquest of Arlathan. But the ancient elves had closed all paths to the crossroads long before. They warred with themselves, and the Alluvians were sealed to prevent an enemy from using them to attack. So much is misunderstood. It will take years to absorb, if I get the chance.
それはいいことじゃない。
And that's good, right?
For the moment, with luck, the concerns we shared over the well's price shall remain meaningless. Earlier, I said there was a way to match the power of Corypheus, Inquisitor, and there is. We must summon
嘘でしょ。
Mathal.
ミサールの召喚？面白い。なんだって？あ、なんだってだわ、今の心境的に私のね。
I'm sorry, did you say...
Summon Mathal, the elven goddess of justice. Yes. Whatever Mathal was, goddess, myth, or ancient being, the voices of the well say a part of her power lingers on. How, or in what form, I cannot say, but that power is exactly what we need. I must go to an altar in the wilderness to perform the summoning,
荒野の祭壇。
and you must be with me.
危険ではないのか。
Will the summoning be dangerous?
The altar could have a guardian or other surprises, thus your company would be best. Just think, Inquisitor. Soon you could have an answer your people have sought for generations.
今すぐ行くんですか、それ。これ行かないんだ。ミサールの祭壇でモリガンと合流せよ。最後のかけら。最後になるのかな、どうなんだろうね。そうか。 そういうことでしたね。ちょっと一回なんだっけ、ジャーナル見よっか。モリガンがアーバー荒野へと呼んでいる。まだ何個かありそうじゃない？クエスト的に。ああ、これだ。そっか。まあでも動画的に分数的にね、尺的にちょうどいいんで、とりあえず今日はこれで終わりにしましょうかね。いかがでしたでしょうか。なんかミサールの力蘇らせるとかいろいろあったけどどうなっていくんだろうね。でもまだまだ冒険は続くようでよかったです。私的にもうなんかさっきのでコリフィエスと戦って終わりなのかなって思ったんだけど、いろいろあるんだね。ということで、今日はここまで。全然戦ってないけどちょっとすいませんね。次はまあどうなるんだろう。あそこ行ってなんか戦いそうではあるけど、どうなんだろうな。まあ、ミサールの神殿に行って、その後何かしら起こるでしょうそれではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。